What's up, YouTube, FishTube and fish fans? This is Rob with the Freeze Aquariums. Today I'm coming to you with a unboxing. As I mentioned in my last two videos about the swap meet and just some of the benefits. So just to recap, if you can find a swap meet in your area, it's definitely worth checking out. You get not one but several advantages. One being you get to hang out with like-minded people, whether they be the vendors or sellers or people like you and me that love the hobby. And then second, that are out there looking for deals, whether it be on fish tanks, decorations, food, whatever. In the video you kind of got to see a little bit. That was kind of the first swap that they've had at this location. When I went to the Slash Fish Swap, I got to meet and chat with Brianne from Brianne's Fish Fam. And then I got to speak to her mother Sandy and her father Dave from Farrell's Fish and More. And also chit chat with her sister Olivia, who's not into fish but loves fish shirts. So there is their information if you can read it. I know it's probably backwards. I will leave a link in the description to their Get Gills channel. They have sword plants, they have salvinia, they have different type of worm cultures, and they have some fish and some shrimp. So they're a little bit of everything, as the title dictates, or the name, Fish and More. So I want to do this quick. I told her I probably wouldn't be able to do an unboxing because I have an appointment in a half an hour, but I made good time up and back. One advantage to a fish swap: I not only got to hang out with like-minded people, I got to meet several vendors, and I've purchased a few things from other vendors that I met there and developed a relationship, both business and friendship. So at this second swap meet, which I just confirmed that they're looking to definitely do more, which I'm excited about. So at least while I'm still here in New York suffering, I can still go to these. When it came to meeting Brianne and Sandy and Dave and Olivia, even though again Olivia's into fish shirts, not fish keeping, I developed another relationship, another business relationship, and somewhat of a friendship. They're about 40-minute drive just north of me, and it's a beautiful ride up. Traffic's not bad, at this hour. So I had purchased some white worm cultures. I purchased some of the micro worms. And I purchased a fish that was new to me, the Daisy Blue rice fish. Never had them before. And I've had them here since the swap, and they fit beautifully in my 29-gallon. And they just the addition of those fish in there have brought my CBDs, my dwarfed emerald rasboras, my green neons, brought them all up out of the jungle valve, and now they're moving around. So what I did was, now that they've got me hooked, I bought the cultures, figuring, okay, if I can continue these cultures going, that will save me from having to go to the store. I fed a few of the white worms to my pea puffers, and they went nuts. To the point, I have them eating frozen bloodworms as well as live blackworms. So I fed them the white worms a few, I think 2 days. I didn't want to damage the culture because I wanted to grow them out. And so I have frozen ones. Thawed them out, went to put them in there. One or two came up and kind of took it, but there were a few like, I don't want that. I want the good stuff. You can keep the hot dogs and hamburgers. I want the filet mignon. So watching Brianne's videos and a lot of other videos about keeping different live foods and having the cultures, I'm like, I need to do more. So I ran up to their neck of the woods, and I got some more white worms, which are in this, if you'll be able to see him, there he is. That's one of them. And coconut fibers. And then I figured, okay, I've got micro worms and live worms, so I want to try to do grindle worms. And these are a little bit bigger, which, where is he? I just saw him. the light. Right there is one. Another one down there. They're a little bit bigger than the micro worms, which are great for your fry, especially if you're, as they are into breeding project they have with bettas that they're getting involved in. I figured I would try them, especially with winter coming. There's not a lot to do when it's cold outside. So they got me hooked, and watching her videos gave me the insight for my culture. So I've kind of ramped up the ones that I bought from the swap with some bread, some yogurt, and some yeast. So just in a 2 days or so, I'm starting to see a lot more of the white worms coming out. I have here the blue rice fish. So there's 3 in there, another 3. And of course, being in the bag, it doesn't do them any justice. There you go. Those eyes, when they light up in my tank and they're blue, they're beautiful. They're insanely beautiful. So I've got 6 more to put in there to hope it really brings the other fish up more and keeps them up in the middle of the water column. And then lastly, I have I don't know if you'll be able to see them. Some cherry shrimp. The ones that are attached to the moss are doing well. So, at any rate, that's got me set up with that. And I'm going to, once I get back, get all these cultures going. And not to mention that, just in case I forget, which I'm prone to do, got instructions on how to take care of the grindle worms, which I think is awesome, especially for somebody new that wants to try this. It talks about reculturing. They provide their emails if you have any questions. And then the care and everything needed to start your white worm. So it actually worked out pretty well. It's definitely worth checking out. As you see here, the fish swap turned into more goodies for me, and for the little bit of time I spent to drive out, I'm saving money as well as time, not having to go into a location that I'm just not happy with. It just makes life that much more comfortable, and I'm going to have a continuing source of live food for my pea puffers as well as some of my other fish, and that in itself is built-in savings, knowing what I pay for a teaspoon of blackworms versus what I've spent just on these cultures and the rewards I'm going to reap going forward. That's money saved. It's a win-win. And as you guys know, I'm all about talking about saving money. So with that, folks, I've got to get ready to go to my appointment, and I will come back with an update once those fish are in the tank and show you those. And once the cultures and everything are up and running, I'll give you a quick peek on those. So with that, this is Rob from the Freaks Aquariums. Keep those sleeves wet, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for your support. Don't forget to like, sub, subscribe, share, all that stuff that somebody says at the end of their video. Peace.